Hi all, today we are going to see about the lecture series on Unit 2, Unit 2 in Design and Analysis of Algorithm subject. So the Unit 2 is about brute force method and divide and conquer. What do you mean by brute force method is exploring all the possibilities to solve the problem, and divide and conquer means we are going to divide the problems into subproblems to solve the subproblems and then combine or merge the solution to reach out the. So hi all, in brute force technique we are going to see about selection sort. So we have number of sorting techniques under which selection sort comes under brute force technique. Brute force technique is nothing but trying out all the possibilities. In selection sort we are going to compare a single element with all the element in the array. So this comes under the brute force technique. The procedure of this is it compares the first element with all the elements of the list and finds the smallest element and perform the swap operation. So this process continues until the list is sorted completely. So we are going to consider an example of array which contains 7 elements. The elements are 89, 45, 68, 90, 29, 34 and 17, and the index position of these elements are mentioned as a of 0, a of 1, 2 up to 6. So we are going to have 7 elements in this array. So we are taking n is equal to 7. So the n is equal to 7. So I loop, the I ranges from 0 to n minus 1, that is n minus 1 is 7 minus 1 6. The j loop ranges from 0 to n minus 2, which is equal to 5 times. So here we are having the number of passes, and now we are going to see about the procedure in 0th pass. Okay, in pass 0 we are going to compare each and other elements. So we are going to compare this 89 with all the other elements in the array. So when we compare this 89 with all the rest of the elements in the array, so 17 is the smallest element. So 17th element is replaced in the position of A0, and 89 which is previously in the A0 is shifted to the 17th A6 position. So 17 and 89 get swapped. Okay, in 0th pass 17 and 89 gets swapped. So in pass 1, so we are going to compare 45 with all the other elements. When compared with all the other elements, 29 is the smallest, so 49 is replaced, gets swapped with 29, and this 29th previous place is occupied by 45. So likewise this pass continues. So the number of pass which is equal to n minus 1. So n, what is n? 7. So n 7 minus 1, 6 passes. So totally we will be having 6 passes. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 0 to 5 is, so number of passes is 6. So we'll be having 6 passes. So this is the algorithm of the selection sort. So the input is the orderable elements of array. So the output will be an array in non-decreasing order, that is either in ascending order or descending order based upon the condition. So for loop ranges from I to n minus 2. We are assigning I value to the minimum. The for loop of j ranges from I plus 1 to n minus 1. So if a of j less than a of min, we are assigning j value to the minimum. We are going to swap the a of I and a of min. So here what about the analysis is, the input size is n. N is nothing but the number of elements in the array. Basic operation is the key comparison. So this if condition is the basic operation. Count of basic operation is big O of n square and is represented by the equation below. So number of swap operations is big O of n. This algorithms works under best, average and worst case efficiency. So main thing we need to consider in this algorithm is each and every element is compared with all the other elements of the array. So we are going to see about bubble sort. Let's see about the difference between the selection and bubble sort.